Hello Year 5 and 6, and today's date is Thursday the 9th of July, and we are on our second guided reading lesson of The Nowhere Emporium by Ross Mackenzie. And again, we are going to answer the different types of questions about the chapter An Unexpected Visitor. So make a note of the following questions, then listen carefully to today's class read, chapter 26, An Unexpected Visitor, and have a go at answering the questions. So our questions for today are as follows. Number 1, what does a blur of smiles suggest? 2, why do you think Vindictus visited the Emporium? 3, predict what Michelle had next on her list. Number 4, explain why Silver was happy to show Vindictus around the Emporium. 5, who is Michelle and where had she been most of her life? And 6, find and copy 2 adjectives to describe Michelle. So 2 words that describe Michelle. Okay, so make a note of these questions and then listen to the chapter, have a go at answering them, and then you can come back and we'll have a look at some of the answers. Okay, if you do that now. Okay, so let's have a look at how you did. So question 1, what does a blur of smiles mean? Okay, you could have put something like, it suggests crowds of happy people, and it's difficult just to single just one person out of the crowd. So a blur, lots of smiles, smiles suggesting happy people. Question 2, why do you think Vindictus visited the Emporium? Okay, I think he is curious to see if Silver has made a success of himself. As he says, I could not resist stopping for a peek. So there I've used some evidence from the text to explain why he might be curious. Okay, so at the end of the chapter, it says about Michelle, what was next on her list. So predict what Michelle had next on her list. So after reading the chapter, I thought possibly perhaps to marry Lucy and Silver and have children, or knowing what we know about Vindictus, has she got a hidden agenda like her dad who can't be trusted? Okay, so question 4, explain why Silver was happy to show Vindictus around the Emporium. He was happy because he wanted to prove to Vindictus that the idea he had originally dismissed as nonsense was actually an amazing success. And I think Silver was also really pleased to prove Vindictus wrong. Okay, so Vindictus hadn't thought that Silver's ideas were very good, but actually it was a huge success. Who is Michelle and where had she been most of her life? Well, Michelle, she is Vindictus's daughter and she has been in a boarding school. So that's a school where you stop overnight, where you sleep there, because he was travelling around the world, wasn't he? So that was no place for her, so she had to go to a boarding school where she spent all day at school and then had to stop there overnight as well. Boarding. Right, finally, find and copy 2 adjectives to describe Michelle. The 2 that I got were, coming up, there we go, enchanting and warm. And those were the words that Silver used to describe Michelle when he was saying that she was nothing like her dad, that she was enchanting and warm, so seems like a nice person. Okay, well done Year 5 and 6. That is it for now. So goodbye.